Papa was Rolling Stone. Right, DJ?
Where we laid his hat, devil's his home.
And when he died,
All he left me was alone. Let's do it!
All right, guys, Scar. This one's for you. The beat is fire and I'm ready to go because it's time for the Basco scenario. Some people like flair, some people like flash, but if it ain't hot, some people call it trash. I call him vanilla chocolate. He just like money fits well in my pocket. Watch it now or watch it later. His name's so fly, it means liberator. Sit back, relax, and watch the show. Gascar, get ready, man. It's time to go. Peace. Basco scenario coming to you each and every week. Peace.
Is there any stuff? And welcome back to another special edition episode of Thursday Night Hangout.
You caught me.
What, 3 weeks in a row, I think?
You caught me
what?
off guard. I was when you said pop. My mind went to Tina Turner, rolling. So, that's why I froze for a second. I was like, "Bro, that's the wrong song. Not Tina Turner. It's Temptations."
Oh my gosh, man! Good to see G, man. We missed you for a couple of weeks, man. But I get it. I get it. Real life. We got Danny. What's up, Danny?
That sure is fire, Danny. That sure is fire.
Oh, what shirt is that?
My favorite Thundercat, Tiger.
I like that one.
Oh, okay. Nice. Very nice.
Man, can't you wait for that live action Thundercats?
Never gonna happen.
Man, ain't gonna happen in our lifetime.
You don't think so?
No. Yeah. They should do the Thundercats and Silverhawks. To me, is no brainers.
Right.
Silverhawks. My gosh.
Brave Star could easily.
Brave Star's cool. Brave Star was cool. But Brave Star was like kind of like a Conan barbarian.
Hopefully this He-Man gets a lot of traction, and then that will get some hype for maybe a Thundercats movie. But I've been wanting one for years. I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Like Dragon Ball Z, they can do it with the technology they have now.
I've seen some fan-made stuff that looks amazing that it can do. You know.
Yeah.
I think the only problem with that, Nanny, you know what's going to happen. As soon as they cast a white guy as Goku,
I don't care.
Even though he's technically an alien, you know.
I will let the sisters, they used to be brothers, but now they're the sisters that did the Matrix.
Yeah.
Write it, and then I will let Zack Snyder come in and do a few treatments for as some of the slow motion to some of the kills, the punches, that kind of stuff. Don't let them go crazy, hog wild, but on some of the
fight scenes,
a lot of the fight scenes, Kamehameha, Final Flash, Spirit Bomb, that would be fine.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, I think it's a pipe dream.
Yeah, pipe dream. We'll get good fan made stuff, but never an actual studio to. Whoa.
Yeah.
So we got hacked for a second.
Someone say follow the white rabbit. Oh my gosh, man! Tell you guys, man, it's been a crazy week for me. I got not much stuff to talk about today, man. I know James Gunn opened his mouth regarding why Marvel.
Before we get into it,
I
saw the graduation. Tell your daughter congratulations.
Oh yeah, congratulations!
Oh, yeah. Congratulations.
It was great, man. Like,
the Canadians have the same issue Americans have. They'll tell you at the beginning of it, don't clap, hold your applause.
Yes.
Because everyone wants to hear their child's name, but as soon as their child walk, woo, blah, blah.
It
was a free for all. It was a free for all.
Yeah, one time years ago, they wanted to try to enforce that. I'm like,
I remember that. Yeah, that was a big thing. You're kicking families out and stuff. I was like,
you're gonna have 10,000 officers to do that, man. There ain't no way you can do it.
This was it was held at the big theater that we have in Montreal at Place des Arts, the Sir Wilfrid Laurier Center. So it's like a huge theater.
Yeah,
and it was packed. Like
how many kids were in her graduating class?
Oh, man, in her program, because the thing is, not everybody shows up. A lot of people just skip it and they don't go.
Yeah.
In her program, only 9 kids showed up.
Because it was
But
college,
in total,
right?
college, yeah. And from the total college, man, I think easily maybe 500 or more.
Ooh, that was a long.
It was 2.5 hours, dude.
You
were there for 2.5 hours.
You want to hear my high school graduation class? I mean, we had in my high school for graduation.
About 400.
1,100.
Oh no!
What?
That's just seniors. That's just the seniors graduating. When I was in high school, we had 3,500 kids at the school.
Damn.
Yeah. At the time, my high school was the biggest high school population-wise in the state.
What's your last name?
Rivers.
Oh,
so mine
I
starts
was,
with a U, so I was at the end.
Yeah.
That's what we thought. We're like, oh,
they called my name, my child name. I'm out of bye, peace.
Oh, but they wouldn't let you. Like they said, like
once you're in, door closed.
You have to wait till like everybody, the whole thing is done. I saw some people leave, so I think it was
no, I forget to use the restroom.
Well, yeah, there's restrooms. Yeah. There's restrooms. Like we had the way as soon as you get out of the theater, there's like a women's bathroom and a men's bathroom.
My whole
every
family
single
used the restroom at the same time.
Yeah. Well, she was kind of stuck in the middle, what they did is they had all the faculty, all the deans and everything on stage, and then you have all the students in their gowns, right? Which they don't give out hats anymore, by the way. I don't know why.
Why?
And yeah, they didn't give out, like I thought she was gonna have, but they don't give out hats anymore.
Because most time when you graduate, you put that you decorate with whatever your major is on top of it or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, that's something I saw new. I mean, you had a bunch of bedazzle hats at this last graduation.
Yeah.
Like, where did you start that?
Like whatever your major is, you kind of theme it to whatever you.
This wasn't no major. This was
high school.
This was bedazzled. I'm like, what in the world?
I guess that's what you know how you throw your.
I could just see them at the house with the thing.
You know how you throw yours? You supposed to throw it up in the air afterwards. I didn't throw mine. Like my mom spent money on this thing. We ain't throwing it. I ain't throwing this thing away. I still got mine in the box somewhere.
So they were all like lined up, and so what they started doing is they went by row, like 2 or 3 rows.
Yeah,
and then they line up along the side, and then they go and they give the card to the dean of their department.
Yeah,
and they read the name off the card. So they go up with the card, they read the name.
Oh, okay.
So my poor wife, she was next to a kid that was nonstop clapping
for every kid,
every single
I know she
nonstop, and people were like looking over, going like, "What's going on?" But then, you can see the look in my wife's face. She was like so like done. Right, and exhausted. She just looked at me and she goes, "I can't hear you." Like I was trying to say something. I can't hear you. Okay, and then I look at her and I go, "Babe, the kid's autistic." And she's like, "Oh," and I'm like,
"Yeah, okay."
So she was upset, but then when I saw the daughter or the cousin or whatever talk to him and point out to who was down there, you can see that the kid had issues. So that was like okay,
now it's tolerable, you know.
It's like okay, and I was like, hey, shit, man, that kid would make a hell of a flamenco dancer.
I'll tell you what though, my little boy, he had kindergarten graduation a couple.
Congrats, man!
They do it like a full blown college graduation now.
Oh yeah.
he had a gown, walk across the stage. Or,
nice.
They said his name, and then they had listed like his favorite activity and his favorite subject and everything. So
cool. Yeah, it's very cool.
There was a kid right at the end of the whole ceremony. They gave the dean. It's called the Bronze Award for the college. That's given to the kid with the best academic score.
So what's it called?
Salutatorian, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, in college it's called Kuma Cum Laude or Kuma
Matata?
Yeah, that thing.
Kuma
that Latin word is.
Summa Cum Laude.
Yeah. So they called him up, they put him next to and they started saying he was in pure and applied sciences, and he had get this, a 97% average throughout his whole time in college.
Dang, he got one question wrong, basically.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah, one question wrong.
It's like and
He probably was mad as hell.
everybody get like I applaud. I was like, damn,
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
the whole
97
freaking crowd, yeah.
4 years of college. Yeah,
Yeah, so that was like insane. I was everybody applaud to him, and then the dean goes, "Yeah, he reached and in his spare time, I don't know where you get the spare time,
yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah.
like he likes rock climbing and acting on the on his spare time." I'm like, what the heck? But there's people like that, man.
Yeah,
There's people
yeah.
that actually they read a book and they retain it, like
Mhm.
just like the guy in Suits, you know. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Like when my daughter went up, well, y'all heard. Well, I sent the video to Danny.
Yeah.
And, I can send it to you guys later. Like we call her Chewy, right?
Yeah.
So when she went up, I'm like Chewy, and then my daughter, my eldest, was like at it. She was like, "Let's go!" Like scared the shit out of my wife because she didn't expect her to do that. But yeah, it was cool because my eldest didn't do her grad.
Oh.
Yeah, she didn't want to do it, and she played it smart. She pretended like nothing was happening. And when my wife asked, "Are you supposed to be doing your graduation suit?" "Oh, the deadline for the tickets, it's over, Mom. Can't do it." So she was smart. My little one tried,
Yeah,
but
mom,
no, she's like,
mom like that.
Mom was like, "No, your sister didn't give it to us. You're giving it to us. We paid for your education." And she, you know what she said yesterday? She told my wife, so I'm like, "I'm glad you forced me to go. I really enjoyed it." So yeah. Kudos to her. She stuck through it. She finished it. And, now she's going to university next year.
Yeah, that's one of my regrets. I went to the military right after high school, but I had the grades. I actually got accepted to a college called Claflin College. You probably heard that, Danny. Claflin is a HBCU. Yeah,
Yep.
but
Lawrenceburg.
my senior year, I was like, I hate school, so I joined the military.
I thought I regret it, but I don't because now
I do, and I don't. I do, and I don't.
I don't because the laws are so stringent now with student loans.
Oh yeah,
That's
Glad I'm not in
Yeah.
that debt, buddy.
yeah.
You see, and I thought about that yesterday when I was there watching all these graduates go on stage. I was like, many of these graduates not going to have debt. You know,
Yeah.
it's like in the States, like I remember reading that article where
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. Here in
that
the States.
there's the debt that mostly Americans have is student debt.
I saw a woman.
What's
that
up,
she-
Nightwing? Thank you
She's
for being
been
here,
paying
man.
her student loans for over 10 years, and she owes now more than what she started with because of the interest rate.
Yep.
The problem was
Wow.
for my generation, they took away when I went in high school, they got rid of all the trades.
Okay.
And having a trade was looked down upon. You weren't as it was you have to go to college to be successful.
No.
You don't go to college, you're not gonna be successful.
Yeah.
So it kind of forced everybody to go to college because it was looked down upon if you didn't.
But now
And then-
trades are making a comeback now.
Yeah, because
Big time.
now there's no one in trades because all the people that did the trades are getting older and are phasing out. And now it's like, well, now we're not gonna have the plumbers, electricians, the mechanics to fix these cars because you forced the whole generation saying you have to go to college.
Yeah.
In the meantime, making college so unaffordable that you have to get a loan, and these loans are predatory. That once you get in, it's hard to get out. And then the job market was, oh, you can't get a job now after you got out of college. You pay the student loan because the whole thing with student loan is like, oh, you'll get a higher paying job to be able to afford a student loan. Well, there's no jobs when you get out. So that's the cycle in the States. So
Yeah, it's crazy.
One
Go ahead,
thing too that God, I lost my train of thought now. Yeah, like they're making some jobs now that if your student loan is not up to date,
Yeah.
you're eligible for some jobs. That it is come out with that law in law enforcement.
yeah,
Like,
that's
look,
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Nobody-
No. Go ahead, Danny.
Nobody wants to be a cop now, so you're
Yeah.
making it even harder.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, right? In our related industry that we work in, Danny, it's a major thing because if you're not paying your student loan, right, there's a study that they did that the people that they hire that are indebted are highly likely to create a crime
Yeah,
in the workplace in order to capitalize and make
Yeah.
money in order to pay off whatever they owe.
Yep.
So it sucks because, like you said, right, there's a shortage and
Yeah. Well, I saw on the news they're saying once these they start collecting
What's up,
on these
Fletch?
student loans now, it says over 17 million people.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Are
Yep,
going to
can
plummet, and then that's just going to make the economy crash in this country.
Okay.
yeah, I regret when I graduated from high school and I was going into college, like I had a hard time my last year of high school, and I really buckled down and studied my ass off, and I got sick. I got sick. I actually got like not mono, but like something similar. Like I was completely no energy whatsoever. And my dad came up to me, and my dad is a person of trade, right? He's self-taught and he knows a lot about everything, right? About renovations and construction. And he came up to me and he says, we need bricklayers, we need plumbers, we need electricians. It's not all about, office work and doctors and things like that, right? Not all about, So, dude, man, I regret not going into that because now when I'm like renovating and doing that work,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I'm more relaxed and at peace.
Yep.
Yep. And
And
it,
not to mention now, you could charge what you want because
Mhm.
people
Oh yeah.
got to have that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
just my
start-
next door neighbor. Yesterday, she saw me. I was putting up my ACs, and I saw that she had her toilet was outside, right, broken, like and everything. And I'm like, "Oh, you changed the toilet?" She's like, "Oh, my tenant upstairs, they broke the valve, the shut off valve, and
Oh
they
damn.
like
Oh,
they broke the shut off valve, the emergency shut off valve, because when their mother was coming visiting from another country, they put like a sort of bidet type thing in
yeah.
the apartment.
Oh.
So it was always constantly leaking water. So they would just shut off from the shut off valve instead of saying something's not working right, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
and those are things that are not meant to open and close, open and close. G knows this.
Yeah.
So what happened is
It
the
wore
head
out.
snapped.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when they had to do that, they cut off the whole main, and then at the cost at everything, it was cheaper for her to buy a new toilet, and
Yeah.
she paid a dude to do it, and it cost her like almost $500 to do it. And I was like, what? And I'm like, wow. I told her, I'm like, next time, if you want, just, let me know. And she goes, oh, I know you're really busy with work. And I'm like, yeah, but, if you tell me, oh, I need this done, I can fit you in and I'll do it. And I wouldn't even charge her that much. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And
Yeah,
Go ahead.
we had residents who all of a sudden want to DIY their joint. Maybe watching something on YouTube. We had like three people cause leaks into the bottom apartment because we
Ah,
kept
dude.
shutting off the valves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so like telling us we can fix that.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a tenant too one time, man. She was just, her toilet was clogged, but instead of like shutting off the water, she kept hitting the, the freaking thing and it was overflowing. And then
Oh my gosh.
she was on the third floor, bro. And it was our basement tenant
Oh.
that said, oh, came ringing the doorbell. And my mom is like,
So it went down to all
I
three
have water
floors.
downstairs. Yeah, I have water
Oh.
downstairs because the middle person wasn't home.
Oh.
So I have water in my bathroom on the ceiling. The paint is bubbling, and I'm like, my dad was actually at the doctor's, so I went and I'm like, this is odd. So I knock upstairs, nobody answers, and then I take the key, I open, and I'm like, hello, hello, and I checked, and I see her wall too is full of her paint's peeling off, and I'm like, crap, this is from upstairs. Ran up, and she's like, I don't know, I've been trying to flush, and it's not going down, and I'm like, turn it off from here, and then with a dustpan, I was scooping up the water and throwing it into the bathtub because she had like 2 inches of water on her floor going into the
Dang.
hallway and everything. It was
She
crazy.
didn't think to call.
I don't miss those days, man. I don't.
And she didn't think
Huh?
to call you.
No, she was like panicking.
Oh.
She
No,
thought she was able to do it.
We had one. Lucky it was a storage. So we go to the second floor, coming from the third, go up there. Excuse me, ma'am, there's a leak coming through your bathroom. You got something going on? I said, no. Can we look? Water all over the floor. She's got towels. Well, something might be wrong with the toilet.
You think? You think? Oh my gosh,
Maybe.
man. What's up, D Q? What's up,
Something
man?
too. When you got these student loans, if you go to certain professions, because in law enforcement, if you go in law
Yeah.
enforcement and you stay 10 years, they'll forgive the rest.
Teachers.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool though. That's
So
cool.
that's the incentive trying to keep people in. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I was for the student loans getting paid off because I was like, that's going to boost the economy. People,
Yeah.
people have money
Oh,
in
yeah.
back in the pockets to spend, And I'm like, if I'm paying taxes, I'd rather see money go back to American people than overseas. So I got
don't
no
know.
problem with that kind of stuff. So,
and I don't know why they don't do like Georgia. Georgia, if you live in if you're a resident of Georgia, you get a certain GPA, you go to college for free.
Well, yeah,
Really?
like
That's
I know.
cool.
So down here, statewide, there are South Carolina lottery tuition. A lot of the tech schools you can go for free right now. Certain
Yeah.
programs.
So
Yeah.
I'm saying that's why I voted for the lottery because
Yeah.
that's,
The tech.
that's what they use the lottery for in
Yeah.
Georgia.
Yeah.
You get a, like I want to think it's like a 2.5, maybe a
Well, no,
two
Danny.
point four
At the
high.
tech, like Trident Tech here, if there's certain programs, you can all you do is sign up.
Yeah, but I'm saying in
What's up, cousin
Georgia,
T?
Yeah.
you go to any college, you get a certain GPA
Oh, any state college?
for any state college for
Oh wow.
free.
Okay.
That's why I
Yeah.
voted for South Carolina. Cause like
Yeah.
I had 3 kids.
Yeah.
Mm, wow. And DQ brings us back to the topics. Superman, Spider-Man crossover, yes or no? No.
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 Well, weren't they in talks with maybe doing a crossover? James Gunn was saying that
I
they
don't.
could be in the works.
Why?
James Gunn.
Why?
Because
I've
Why?
never seen a comic book with Superman and Spider-Man in it.
But I think it's like
There was. I think
They're
there
out
was
there,
at
yeah.
one point.
I mean, I know it's out there. I said I've never seen it or read one.
my question would be the point though. If Marvel's moving to X-Men, in the future, why, you know,
They need to be going towards X-Men versus Avengers. I would want to see that. They need to be
Oh,
going
yeah.
towards that.
I'm on with that.
I think there was actually.
yeah.
I think they are starting to do some crossover. I heard I think Deadpool and Batman or
Ooh,
something.
1976 actually, Danny.
did y'all hear that X-Men has an official director now?
Is it true?
Yeah. The guy from Thunderbolts.
Jake Skyer or Skier or whatever.
Yeah, it's the guy that wrote Thunderbolts. The guy who filmed Thunderbolts,
Yeah.
I believe.
Let's see.
And it's supposed to be a new project that Marvel announced, but there's no name for it yet in 2028.
It was back in 1976.
Oh wow.
The Battle of the
Nice.
Century.
Nice.
That's a different cover that I remember because the one I remember was they also had
Like
Parasite and Doctor Doom in it.
It's not even close. There is no way Spider-Man can even be
No
on
way.
par with Superman.
No way.
So,
No way.
I don't want to see that.
No way, man.
Now, what I do want to see, y'all watch those. It's the family or it's like they had like different people fighting each other. Bad Under the Sun products.
Yeah. Versus
Yeah.
Batman versus whoever. Or,
They had the one with Batman versus Darth Vader.
yeah.
Which I thought was
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh, that was cool.
Then they
That
had
was
one
cool.
with Predator versus Wolverine. I want to see that.
Yeah,
We had one with Black Panther versus Batman. I think one time.
yeah.
One. I didn't
No,
see
no,
that.
no, Nighthawk. I think it was Nightwing versus Black Panther.
I thought it was Nightwing versus Red Hood.
Was it?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think it was.
I never
it was
never
Red-
seen one with Black Panther.
I did see one that was. I think it was Robin versus Red Hood. I think one was.
No, it was Nightwing.
Well, I'm saying there is a Robin one.
I didn't see that one.
Let's see this. Talking about James Gunn, right?
I think they had a Wonder Woman versus Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Yeah, they had that
Yeah.
one. I remember that one.
So did you guys see this? I'm sure you have.
No, it was Batman versus Killmonger. Sorry, I see people beat down what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
Batman.
Did you
versus
guys see? Did you guys see this? James Gunn says the movie industry is dying because films are made without finished scripts, and Marvel got killed by output increase. That wasn't fair,
Like he's kind of talking outside of his mouth.
right? Well, he was there, right?
He was there.
He was there. But these are things that we've said. Many of us said, right? They're rushing stuff out.
Where in the
Things
world
are
did
not
you get
finished.
Suit from good, take it back. Good
Yeah.
God.
What did you say, Danny?
I said, where'd you get that suit from? Wherever it is, take it back.
Yeah, it's like mustard. It's like French's.
Oh, you know that's funny. Then that should be like your next video. You know how you have your thing where you set up your suit, and where do you get it? Maybe you should do like a suit critique. So here we have
Yeah,
James
there you
Gunn
go.
and like some weird lime concoction.
Where's the ketchup one?
There's some suits, like I said, at the beach, there's some bathing suits that should remain in the store.
Oh.
There are some suits that should remain in the store.
What's up, Coach Gabe? It's been a minute. It says not much, just frying up some fish. Ooh, what?
That's
What
how
type
you
of
do it.
fish? What type of fish?
Nice.
What?
That's my coworker, and I went fishing today, and I gave him to him.
Oh,
Hey, what type of fish?
Brim.
Okay.
Nice.
Boy, I started to do a video on it. This is the biggest pond I've ever seen in my life. I guarantee you.
Is it a lake?
It could
At some point, it turned into a lake.
it could have been. I guarantee you, all of us,
Mm.
all of our whole families, and their whole families, and their whole families could go into this lake, and we not be in the same vicinity to be able to talk. I've never seen a,
Nice.
a private lake and pond this big.
Oh, wow. That's crazy, man.
That's legit.
Man, you know, I never liked fishing.
What?
I used to go with my dad. I used to go with my
Pineapple.
dad. I had a bad no, man. There's a lot of fishing up here.
I know
I used to
fly
go with my
fishing.
dad when I was younger. I went, but I had one bad experience, and then I just didn't want to go back.
Where the worm
I
got
was
on
like,
you?
no, I was
Fish try to fight back.
I was fishing for trout, right? Trout fishing in a brook, and it was up in actually Champlain, New York. That's where we had we actually had a country house that we used to go to every weekend in the States, and I got bit. A black fly went in my ear and stung me in my ear.
Ooh.
That sound like a deer fly.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it hurt so bad, and I just
Oh,
remember it got
fly.
infected.
Those suckers are
And-
vicious, buddy.
Yeah.
It got infected, and I was like, never
That
again.
ain't got nothing to do with fishing.
That's
That's
what-
being outside.
Yeah.
Doctor said, "Dad, these worms supposed to be in tequila, not on the end of this hook."
Man, it was just crazy. So yeah, man, James Bond saying James Bond, James Gunn. It's the booze talking.
So
James
basically, you're not against fishing. You're against
I'm not.
fly
I'm
fly
against nature.
fishing.
I'm against the insectoids. I don't want to
Fly fishing.
fly fishing. Fly fishing. I saw a guy make those the actual
The lures?
baits. Yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah, those
that's
things are art.
That's an
Yeah.
art there, buddy.
That's an artwork.
Yeah, that spinner thing and everything, and he was grabbing
That's an art form right there.
feathers and like
Yeah,
he
you ever
was
see
walking.
like
Yeah.
people have
Yeah,
like their
Rob,
box
they-
and it's like
they
hundreds of
changed the
thousands
day
of
again.
dollars.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Heirlooms.
I was like walking. I would be walking with him. It was in the same place that we were fishing and stuff. Yeah, we'd be walking, and all of a sudden he'll stop, bend over, grab like a little feather thing that he would find, and he's like, "Man, this is like $25 right here." And I'm like, "What?" And then he bring it back to his house, and he put it in the spinner and add these things to it, and yeah, and he would sell those to people that would come and fish in the area. He would sell them. It's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You imagine when those fishing poles too. I got I was gifted
It's not a problem.
a fishing rod called the Ugly Stick,
Yeah, those are good.
and man, those things run. The one I got, the guy gave it to me, $120, and I would never pay that for a fishing rod. If it's
I
over-
got Danny.
if it's over 25, I'm looking at it sideways.
When I was stationed in Buford, my gunny, he was a big fisher. He got me into fishing, and there was an ad in the paper. The lady was selling a bunch of fishing stuff. I guess her husband died. He was a big fisherman, so me and my gunny went down there, and this lady had ugly sticks, deep sea fishing, like all kind of stuff, crab pots.
Dang.
I bought two but the big giant crab pots for $20. She was
Wow.
giving her rods for like
Wow.
$10-15 a piece. I bought a big old tackle box for like $25. It was full of stuff. She was saying, "I'm just giving. I don't fish. I don't need this stuff." She's like,
Yeah. Now,
yeah.
if I could find, well, I don't mean to call a lady a sucker, but if I could find
Yeah.
somebody like that,
Yeah.
but going to Bass Pro Shop
Oh no.
or Cabela's, you could leave out there broke, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, show is still scheduled for Wednesdays. It's just the past 2 weeks, real life stuff happened.
Life.
Yeah,
Life.
real life stuff happened.
Life,
and,
sir,
and,
life.
it was my daughter's grad yesterday, so she graduated college. Very proud, pops. So yeah, show will be going back to Wednesdays. He's like, I don't know what day of the week. It
I
is.
left what Rob said.
You have 0 cents, bro. 0 cents.
My ex-girlfriend had crap. You should get yourself checked, bro. I don't know, man.
Because now you might be having crab pans.
Man, I'm in crap pain.
Man.
It smells like fish. There's something wrong.
Dang.
What's that old joke?
Wow.
The blind man
Wow.
goes to the fish market and go, "Hello, ladies."
Oh my god, we're completely off topic today, but it's
Yeah.
fine. That's what it is.
We're all
Oh
over
my
the place
god,
today.
yeah.
So
So
is
you know,
Rob watching that new show, The Wild Catch? What was it? Bering Sea crab.
talking about fishing though. When I was at DR last week, last week, they were like snorkeling and coming
Right.
like
What are you doing?
with
This
freaking
spearfish?
harpoons and coming.
Harpoons,
Yeah,
yeah, those are cool. That's fun to
yeah.
do.
This guy had like I don't know what type of fishes they were, but they were
Yeah.
like really big, and he had them all strapped to his belt. So I don't know if they were if he was selling them for the local restaurants that were there, or for themselves to survive. But that was like
I forget what it's somewhere out in the Pacific. This island like community. They do a lot of that spearfishing, and over time, their genetics. They're basically like a pocket of
Oh, their
microevolution.
lungs, right?
Yeah, they can stay underwater longer than most people, and they're just natural because you pass down genetics over years. This tribe can have a bigger lung capacity and stay underwater and handle the pressure better than most people can.
wow.
Yeah,
What?
And
Makes sense.
From
Makes
like
sense,
a
though.
young age too. It's not like something you got to develop. It's just a natural ability now that it's been passed down through genetics over the years. Yeah, like they're holding their breath for like 8-9 minutes down there.
Yeah.
Before coming back up.
It's crazy because even newborns, right, and stuff like that, little kids, when you throw them into a pool, and they automatically hold their breath and they float to the top. Yeah, some of them even though they teach them how to even turn onto their backs.
Yep,
but that's cool. That's a cool thing to do. That's a cool thing to teach, like to have your kids taught that. So I don't know how it is in the States, but there's so many deaths in private pools from their kids being like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I worked one probably 2 summers ago. Boy, that was one of the saddest.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Man. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all something I did. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm not ashamed, but I'm surprised. I went to see a rom-com with my dad with my daughter 2 nights ago.
And
it was called The Materialist.
Yeah. Pedro Pascal and Evans and Dakota. Right?
It was not bad. I couldn't believe it. I was like,
Danny was coming out. He was all smiling. Like, anybody see me coming?
I appreciate a good rom-com. I like rom-com.
Only reason I went because it was $10. I mean, it was 10 o'clock at night. So
he went in IMAX. He's lying.
And it was negative. And it was $6.
3D set in the front.
Okay, if you want to pay for it, I'll go.
Oh, that's cool though, man.
Good daddy daughter thing.
I'm telling you, man. Yesterday I got emotional. I saw my baby 20-year-old graduating, and I was so proud, man. It was like, and when she saw me after, my wife taped it. She saw me. She went up to me. She cried. I shed some tears, man. Man, that's what life's about. That's what life's about, man. Those moments, cherishing those moments, man.
Your sons know how to choke you up, boy, but your daughters, whew.
Tear you up.
She's the one that drives me nuts the most. But
I had the same experience, guys, because my son didn't know I was coming up there for his graduation. And so it was over. So me and his mom were walking out in the field, and she was a little bit ahead of me. And he saw her and waved, and he saw me. He's like, "Daddy!" and just came running at me and ran past everybody. And tomorrow, I was like, awesome. I was holding back the tears and everything. So yeah,
that is awesome, dude. I got goosebumps. You said that, I got goosebumps, man.
Yeah. So,
dang onions.
Awesome.
Damn onions.
Yeah,
dang onions.
I literally left work. I left work Thursday afternoon. Drove all the way to Maryland to my buddy's house, and then got rode for graduation. And then came back that same day. So like, it was just a quick turnaround. But I was like, I'm not missing this for him. So it made it worth it. So that one moment made all that the 13-hour drive back worth it. So, I hit Washington D.C. traffic, Baltimore traffic, and Richmond traffic. That was rough, man. It was rough getting back. I left there at 2:30. I got back 3:30 a.m. Saturday.
I hate DC traffic.
Good Lord.
Oh man, what's up?
I just want to stay the night and drive through the night, bro.
I was like, if I can get in North Carolina, I'll be fine. But I was hitting that Raleigh exit, and I was like, my brother's in Raleigh. Should I go? Like, nah,
should I stay or should I?
Should I?
It's always,
It's
it's
because
always
I
that,
said all too late.
dude. That last hour is always the worst because
Yeah.
like
Right?
Yeah.
And any
Yeah.
long road trip, man.
Any.
you
You
know
know
I'm at,
what's crazy?
I get off on
Going.
77, 26. That 26 back to Charleston is just
Yeah.
like the longest
Yeah.
drive ever.
I do not go to Charleston that way. I always go 52.
Okay.
You
Well,
go
yeah, from
20,
where you are, yeah.
if you go 26, that's like the death crawl, brother.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Start
Time of
counting
day?
mile markers.
That's when you around 95. Oh man.
try driving. I did it 3 times, but I drove from South Carolina to California, and
Oh, that's a
Oh,
good drive.
Carolina.
I'll never go 10 again because
Oh yeah,
10
I went to Yuma, so kind of the
when you,
same thing.
when you get
Western
in
Texas,
Texas,
Western
yes,
Texas. Oh my God, ain't nothing.
from Eastern Texas to Western Texas is 12 hours, and I mean that's
Yeah.
driving almost like night rider speed.
Yeah.
Remember the sign thing? Last gas station, next gas station, 100 miles. You know, it's
Yeah.
like
Or when you see those signs, because you got to go to El Paso, so
yeah.
you coming through the East Texas, and it's like 792 miles to El Paso. I was like,
Yeah,
oh
it's
my
like
Yeah.
God. You
who
do the
is
math.
sick enough to
If I
put
drive this fast, how many
who
And
is
days?
it's
sick
not like
enough?
El Paso is someplace nice to head. You know, it's like, oh, once I get there, I'll be in El Paso. It's like, no, once you get there, you will be in El Paso.
And then you're like,
Oh, gotta leave.
I'll never forget when I went to West Yuma the first. Cause you always see the movies tumbleweed.
Mexico?
I've never seen a tumbleweed in real life until I was and then run across the road like, man, I'm in the middle of nowhere now.
I'm like, who is sick enough?
I am middle of literally
Oh,
nowhere right
I
now.
said, who is sick enough to put a sign up that says something like that? I would
That's
intentionally
crazy.
get beside a truck so I couldn't see the upcoming sign. Because if you watch it, and like if you're coming from Miami,
Yeah,
there's a place in South Carolina called South of the Border,
yeah,
and from like Miami all the way up the East Coast, like every so many miles, they got these different signs. South of the
yeah.
Border, South of the Border. Well, in Miami, they got a sign where they had one when I used to drive truck. 500 miles of South of the Border, and I'm like,
south of the border, but not south enough.
oh my
Damn.
goodness,
South of the border is the south of the North Carolina border, right?
yeah, South Carolina,
Yeah,
it's South of
yeah,
North Carolina border.
yeah. So they got one down in Miami saying that.
They go into Miami saying
Oh
that
man.
500 miles of South of
All
the
I
Border.
care about is how many miles to Bucky's. That's the only thing I care about.
When I went to visit went to visit my aunt in Key Largo a couple of years ago, and we went to Key Largo, the Keys. Yeah, the Keys. What's it? Key
Mhm.
Largo's the city, the biggest
Yeah,
one. And then
yeah.
we went
Florida
to
Keys.
Key West.
then we went all the way to the end to
Yeah.
the 0
Okay.
mile.
Yeah.
Key West.
Yeah, Key West. Eso. But we call it what do Spanish people call it? Actually, you know what Spanish people call it? Key West. You know what we call it, right? Cayo Hueso. That's what we call it, Cayo Hueso.
Kind of. So.
Yeah, and
It's-
it's like whatever.
it's
The
like
Spanish people heard that, like, what, Key West? Cayo Hueso. So when we drove that, fuck, it felt like forever
Oh, it's
getting
like
to the point.
But we
It
drove.
felt like
I went
forever,
to
man.
spring break a long time ago. Long time ago. Me and the guys, they said, we're going to go to Key West. We're going to drive. Dude, driving from Detroit straight down to Key West.
Dang.
getting
Oh my
ready.
goodness! How many
That's
days was that?
17,
Oh.
16 hours?
No, try
Uh,
20
No, it's
something
more than
hours.
that.
No,
About
that's 20, son.
Oh yeah, Miami, yeah, way down there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
From
way
here?
down there.
Yeah, we hit the state line. That's before nightfall, and then you still got the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
From here in Montreal all the way to Miami to
It could
to
be like a
Miami.
day-
It's 24 hours. More
I
than
was thinking
24
a
hours.
day and a half, more than that.
It's about 24 hours.
So you mean if we go back and look at these girl going wild videos, we
You made your name.
Back in
That-
those days.
When I say way back, I said I mean
Oh,
way
no.
back.
Before that, it's way
Before
back.
that even happened.
I can't remember when was that? Was that early 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no, late 90s.
Late 90s.
Late
yeah,
90s.
late 90s.
Yeah.
I wasn't
You
It
would
was
be like-
Girls Go Wild, but it's the
Oh.
Betamax edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would be going, oh my gosh, man. Oh my Da-da. Do. I can't get her out of my mind. Da-da. I just see white titties everywhere. That's what you say. Oh man, I saw those videos. I was like, what? And they had all those special on those channels.
Oh,
was
I
gone
know.
wild.
Off topic. You talking about the white girls? I
We're
saw
already off
some.
topic. I'm tired.
Off topic.
I saw someone selling a shirt. I kind of want to get this shirt because it's funny as hell. It's from Blazing Saddles, and it's got.
Oh no.
Oh, where the white
What
girls
does
at?
it say?
Where the white woman at?
White girls.
And it got them.
Yeah.
Where the white woman at?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Nice.
I'm telling you.
I tell
But
you,
you
man,
know
you go on
what?
Amazon, you know, got some fire. Well, the designs look fire, but once you get them
Yeah.
in real life, you be like, But Timu got
Yeah,
some
yeah.
fire designs.
Who's
When you get
that?
them in real life, you like, what is this? It didn't look like the picture. But Amazon got them, but you're gonna pay for them on Amazon.
Yeah.
Man.
I got a closet full, and I guarantee you, I ain't had one under $20. I'm like, good lord. Now I don't hardly even wear them.
My gosh. All I have to say, this just wrap it up for the topics. James Gunn said that Marvel is failing because they're pushing out too much material. We've said that multiple times, so that's nothing new. And X-Men has a director, or I don't know if they have a director, because Marvel said there's going to be a movie in 2028 that they did it on title. So basically it says we're coming up with a movie, but we don't know what it's going to be called yet, and we can change our minds whenever the heck we want to. And that is the topics for today. So yeah, man, it was a great day today at work, man. I was just chilling and doing my stuff.
So y'all seen it's kind of on top a little bit, the Ironheart thing.
Yes.
Have
Which
you ever
one?
seen
What do we see?
how they're saying that Mephisto is going to be in I
Yeah.
forgot
Yes.
I forgot who said. I think I
Sacha
sent to
Baron
y'all.
Cohen.
I think
Yeah.
Rob sent that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I sent to y'all.
Yeah.
You did. You
Yeah,
did.
It was
did.
everything always. I kind of follow him because he's an insider. All the stuff don't be right. But
Yes, he has some
other
good stuff.
Yeah, he got a good track record. I also saw that Robert Downey Jr. came out with another back in it.
Yeah, he's
And
backing it.
I guess there's some controversy about one of the characters, Sludge, which I don't know who that
Oh,
character
yeah.
is.
But wait,
Oh,
let's see.
yeah.
Okay, thank you for bringing that up.
I don't know who that character is, so I don't really care.
I don't know who the character is, but it's again going back with this is where I feel Disney is the ones involved in all this crap that they're making them put into these movies, man. Because why just do it, right? Just do it. If you write them in properly, and it won't matter. But when they start, like, I don't know, man. It's just maybe it's just me. I'm just tired of it.
I don't care about. I could care less about this because who honestly before they said anything, who knew who the hell that character was?
Oh, I had no idea.
Hey, so like to me, it's like that's a nothing burger to me. Well, they race swapped them, made it a not transgender, but a cross dresser or whatever. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
The character is supposed to be
One
in
of
this one.
RuPaul's things.
Yeah, I don't care.
Badges. We don't need no stinking badges.
Badges.
They're not talking
Don't
about
need
badges,
no
though. I know what you're
stinking
doing.
badges.
They're winging it again. We're winging it.
Wasn't that Cheech and Chong?
Cheech and Chong. Those were classics.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that.
That is from
song.
Cheech and Chong, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
Wait, that's from Cheech and Chong.
Oh,
Badges
no,
we
that's, was it? No, isn't it from,
The things in
yeah, it
Saddles.
is from Cheech and Chong.
I thought it was Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
Oh, see, because I remember. Oh, so do they?
No, it's
You know what
from,
I'm talking about when
you,
they say
the one
we don't
Weird
need
Al
no
Yankovic.
Weird Al Yankovic. Okay.
Yeah, that UHF or something. Remember, he did kind of like he was running
goodness.
the cable,
Okay.
and one of the
Man,
guys
I haven't seen that in
had
so long.
like he had a pet, like a pet show where he would just take people like pets from the pound, and it was like we got some badgers here. It was badges. We don't need no stinking badges. That was fun.
I think they take it from the whole the way they say it. They probably
Yeah,
take it
so
from
what's
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
Jelly says it's gonna be X-Men or Fantastic Four 2.
I heard they already. I heard they
it
already.
doesn't really matter.
I heard they already greenlit it. Fantastic Four 2.
Really?
Yeah, I heard it.
Wow, that's gonna be interesting.
It probably has to be X-Men because the way they're setting it up, they already got people. So
Yeah, but I don't think their X-Men would probably be after Secret Wars. Like
think-
I
yeah,
think
well, is it before Armor Wars? Because we never got that, and we wanted that.
yeah, that would make too much sense, right?
Kang Dynasty,
Riri
maybe.
and Armor Wars, maybe.
There's rumors they're talking about bringing Jonathan Majors back.
Yes,
Yeah, I heard that.
I saw that too. But we spoke about that in the past too, right? We're
Yeah.
saying that it's a possibility after some time, and depending
Right.
how the whole trial thing happens, that he Danny, you okay?
Yeah, I was looking
Oh,
at
okay. I wasn't sure if you were frozen or
Um,
you died on stream or something, hunched over,
No.
Oh,
man.
dang.
I
All right,
I
Don't
was
put
like,
that
it
on
wasn't
Danny.
moving. It
that
wasn't
got
moving for a
dark.
while. I got nervous.
That
Got
got dark.
dark real quick.
I'm like, man.
I was trying to find out where that saying come
Okay.
from.
Okay.
I know it's
It's
Juneteenth,
from
but
a
you can't get that
the
dark.
original is from a 1948 movie. Then Blazing
What was?
Saddles took it.
Oh,
Did
okay.
it too. Yeah.
Oh my god. DQ says, any chance Ironheart is good?
We
Well,
shall
there's
Yeah,
see.
always chance.
there's
There's
a
always
chance.
what was that?
probability.
I like the trailer. I thought
That
the
comes
trailer was
out when
great.
on the next Tuesday,
Next
right?
week.
Yeah,
Next
next
Tuesday.
week.
Yeah.
3 episodes, and
That's a
then
holiday over
the
here next
next
Tuesday.
with 3 episodes.
What holiday is that?
It's here in Quebec.
Salud.
It's called Saint Jean Baptiste, Saint John the Baptist, or they changed it to La Fête Nationale, the national holiday of Quebec. Usually, a lot of separatist Quebecers
I'm
like it.
definitely gonna watch it, and I'm having my fingers, toes, and everything else
Oh, I'm gonna watch it too.
crossed. That is fire. Shut
Oh,
some of these people up.
I hope I'm proved wrong.
I
I
me
hope
too.
I am
I'm
wrong.
with DJ.
I'm giving it a chance. That's all I can do. I'm
I'm
giving
gonna
it a chance.
watch it. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
with
it's
DJ.
funny because it was like it's. I think it's the other ones. Me and Danny were the only ones who liked it. I mean, I
Trailer.
thought the trailer was great. My wife
Yeah.
thought the trailer was great. We like the little girl. I think she's adorable. So, I mean, we think
Mm.
she can pull it off. We didn't mind that last part because all our cousins talk like that. So
I didn't either.
I don't
didn't
see
mind it.
that. So
I think a lot of people went up there complaining about some of the complaints, the cursing, what she said about. To me, when you talk to yourself, you're trying to pump yourself up. Some people use that, and like
yeah,
I give you a prime example. My wife and her group of friends call each other heifers.
yes.
I ain't gonna call them heifers, but
Not if you want to live.
but that's what they call each other when they're around each
Right.
other. And I've seen black women call each other bees when they're around each other.
Yeah, yeah,
You're not gonna do that. So that's the way I'm equating that.
yeah.
The
No,
other second the second thing too is people are saying, why is it involving magic in this particular show? Well, from what everything I always said, it's going to be like magic versus science. And
Right,
if we like Doom, then that's going to go right into what Doom does because
right,
Doom does magic and science.
right,
So I don't have a problem with it because we've been seeing magic versus science ever since Thor,
right,
because Jane Foster and the other ones was doing science, and
right.
then Thor explained to them that there's magic, different forms of science that's called magic. So we've seen it sprinkle all throughout the MCU. So why people are butthurt about it now
Yeah.
blows my mind.
And the cool thing is, if people were upset that it was too much like Iron Man, the magic aspect of it takes it away from that. So you do have that. Plus, you bring in Mephisto, and then you bring in Doctor Doom. So you have a hero that does magic and technology, and then you have a villain that does magic and technology. It just
Yeah.
makes sense for them to do
And
it.
Fletch, let me interject this: if people follow Iron Man, his biggest enemy is the Mandarin.
The
And what does the
Mandarin, yeah,
Mandarin? And what does
Yeah,
the Mandarin
you mentioned
use?
last week.
magic,
Magic.
Yep.
10
yeah,
magical rings. So
yeah,
shut up.
yeah. The real Mandarin,
but
guys, not the
but
one
Yeah,
in the,
the real
not
one.
the one
The
in
real
the,
one.
yeah,
I'm
the real
saying
one,
not this version
But
of Iron Man.
not
That's the
this
problem.
version.
you
Yeah,
know, you guys talking about that actually made me think about something. Maybe this is a way to tie in Multiverse of Madness, WandaVision,
yeah.
and
And,
everything there. Maybe
and
we're
Agatha,
gonna actually get an Agatha. Actually, we might
right,
get that Mephisto was involved in
In
that
all
too,
in all of that.
right,
and all of
yeah,
that,
Yeah.
right? As a mystical, magical being behind the scenes and trying to make sense of it.
right.
If they're able to tie it all out together, I don't know.
The
Might be
same
surprising.
way the same way that Thanos was pulling the strings and they didn't know anything about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Mephisto could be the next big, and he's been pulling the strings ever since back then. We don't know that yet. I saw something on the video today that um they said Ultron you knew that Tony Stark was going to be Doom. I didn't
Right.
get to view it, but I saw that video. I was like,
Oh
that's
yeah,
kind
I
of
saw that
interesting.
too.
So I was like, how's it? So
Yeah.
if the Russo brothers come in there, and I don't know. Let me change that. I love the fact that they pushed it back because now they have more time to research. They have more
Yeah.
time to make sure these stories make sense. They got more times to strengthen the connective tissue with all this stuff. So if they come in here next year and make this thing make sense, and then we followed up with Avengers. What's after Doomsday?
Secret Wars.
Secret
Secret
Wars.
Wars, and it all makes sense. I'm all on board with it.
And that's what we're all. That's what we're asking for. Just make it all make sense.
Yeah, make it
Right.
make sense.
Yeah. I got you.
The
Make it all.
fact they're not rushing to me is a good sign.
The
Yeah.
one that I'm more worried about is Wonder Man because
That's
it kind of
that's,
like
I'm
that's gonna
not
be a.
even concerned.
I
I'm
that
not
think
was
even
it'll
concerned about
one
that.
I
shot.
think that's gonna be a one-off. I think
Yeah, I think
it'll
so
be its
too.
own separate thing, a one-off kind of
Yeah,
thing.
That's gonna be a
Um,
Moon Knight.
like Werewolf by Night type deal.
well, it bring in
Yeah,
Mandarin, you know,
the
the
actor
actor,
Mandarin.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, but I think it'll be a one-off thing. I mean, it might reference some other stuff, but I don't think it'll be like a full. Oh, this is a linchpin show where Now
I,
back to Ironheart.
Mhm.
It,
I agree
it,
with you, Brooklyn.
if this show is a linchpin show where it actually connects to anything, I will come back on here and say I was wrong. I have no problem with that.
Well, the comments went directly towards you. I'm just talking about other people
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
general are just losing their stuff over.
I'm not. I have my critiques about it. I know how I feel about I like the character in Wakanda Forever. That's where my
Yeah,
in the way in the more of it's more of the way Disney handled this show that I don't
yeah,
have faith in this show. That's where
No, right.
I'm like
Those are
I don't know
factors.
about yeah.
yeah,
So, but again, I'm going to watch those 3 episodes the day it comes out. You know,
yeah,
yeah. But then you also have the time in between where maybe Kugler came in and said, "All right, guys, because we
Gotta
had the
fix
delay."
this.
They said the delay was a lot of people are saying the delay was because it was so trash. They just wanted to wait. But now we're seeing things that interconnect with the things that are happening in the future. So it could be more of the lines of, oh, maybe Kugler came in and said, "Wait a minute, what are you guys doing? Let's tighten this up," because the last trailer was like, man, it was pumping. It had that a little bit of flavor to it where you're like, this is Marvel, what? So I do think that maybe some of that refinement came in. Maybe the wait wasn't because this was trash. Maybe the wait was just because hey, they're fixing to put some stuff in that's coming up. That's not kind of like what they did with Thunderbolts, right? They waited until the last minute. The Russo brothers came in and shot something that went directly into the next movie,
Right. Yeah,
right?
the end
So
credit,
it's
right.
like, yeah,
let me,
so
let me, let
it
me
could
ask
be
you.
something like that.
Let me ask you a question. Was Riri character listed on the chairs?
Yes,
Was it?
yes,
She was on the chairs?
yeah, she was on there, wasn't she?
No, I don't think she was.
what's her name in real life?
Yeah, a Dominic, isn't it Dominic Swan? What's her name? Yeah,
Um,
I guarantee
was
you
it
she's on there.
Donald McDorn. Oh, I'm
Yes,
looking it up.
Doomsday Cast? She is.
She is
told
listed.
you. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I
Okay.
told
she
you.
is.
So I think it's more of a delay in the. Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, well, I've been saying since I saw the trailers and all stuff. I thought because when you first saw the first images, I'm like, this doesn't look good. But
There's a
then when I
lot
saw
of
the other
people on
trailers,
this.
I was like, yeah. But that's the thing. I was like,
Yeah.
I see where they're
Uh,
coming from
and,
because the
and
comic book was not
she's
very
she's
good.
not she's not listed yet, but she's teased that she will either be in Avengers Doomsday or Secret War. She said, "Oh, what can I say? The odds might be in our favor. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see."
I think her name on one of the chairs, Guys Car.
Not on the chairs, but she's casted.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Like when you look for cast, she shows up. There's a lot of people that show up. But then again, right? We had
We
we
did it
had
before.
we had Ruffalo to supposed to be in Brave New
Spider-Man.
World, and he wasn't there.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right.
So,
But
so a lot of
what's
these things
interesting?
can change.
Yeah, it's kind of off topic, but
Mhm.
did y'all see the interview with the guy that did Snowfall? They asked
Yes.
him, was he the new T'Challa?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he kind of said, no. And then he said
Yeah.
specifically, if there was to ask him, would he do it? And he said yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
A lot of people are going crazy about it.
Yeah.
And then
I
they're
don't
saying,
mind him, but
then they're saying, which one
I,
is it going to be? Is it going to
I,
be an older
Right.
Toussaint, or is
yeah,
it a new T'Challa?
I'd rather
Right?
have
Right.
Idris Hodge. If they're gonna bring back T'Challa, I'd rather have Idris Hodge instead of him.
Mhm.
Yeah, but Edris Hodge, I mean, he's in so many movies right now. I mean, he could be like booked for it because, I mean, he's got the new show on Amazon. He's got, you know what I mean? I think he's got like a movie coming out too and stuff. I mean,
If
he's out there.
they're gonna give him a 3 movie deal, I'm pretty sure he put
Oh
all
no,
that
yeah. If
stuff
you give him a 3 movie deal, yeah, of
on
course,
the back burner.
yeah.
And I can see it if he's introducing Doomsday, he's
Hmm.
introducing Infinity War, then they'll do a Black Panther 3.
Well, the good thing about Secret Wars is probably they could be very well be like two T'Challas, different worlds T'Challas. People were saying that already. Like we could have like a Chris Pratt Captain America, type deal, or different like actors playing different characters.
The possibilities are endless with the whole Secret
Right.
Wars things. They can pretty much do what they want to do, right? With the whole.
I think we're too far out to even speculate. I think.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that first trailer.
For
Doomsday. I cannot wait either because I am curious to see because we all know that. Yeah. Sorry, DJ. We all know that for me, in my opinion, I think this will be what's gonna be the deciding factor on the direction where Marvel's gonna go. Are they gonna course correct and go back to those glory days, or we're gonna be like, all right, I'm back into this, I'm invested, let's see what's going on?
I think they're gonna course correct. I think they are.
I think that Doomsday trailer is going to be in the level of Infinity War trailer.
Oh, yeah, I agree with
you.
I think it's going to be that big when they finally release that trailer. It's going to be that big of a deal.
If I was them, I would do the teaser on the next Super Bowl.
Yeah. We thought that was going to happen with Superman.
Then I would do nothing.
Right. Nothing.
Until about maybe October. November,
and all they gotta do.
They gotta limit. They gotta limit exactly, Danny. They gotta limit the amount of trailers and
all
they. We gotta stop that.
Super Bowl trailer. All you see is a desk, and all you see is the hand comes and the mask is put on, and all you see is and the whole screen goes green. Right. That's all they gotta do. No words, no nothing. That's all they gotta do.
Or they could put it the same way, like when Robert Downey Jr. first put on Iron Man. You see his face, and then the thing slips down. But this time it's gray or green.
Right.
I
mean, I would love like a pan shot of Liberia, kind of like they did with Black Panther, like you're coming into Wakanda, but like Liberia, and you're like,
that would be cool.
That's
that would be cool.
I'm telling you, the first trailer, that'd be No. If you want to build hype for it,
just give me crumbs, damn it.
Yeah, if you want to build hype for it, like me and Danny said, you something with just the mask. All you gotta do, no words, nothing. And I'm telling you, that will break the internet.
Like a teaser of the teaser in the teaser.
Yeah, the teaser of a teaser of a teaser.
Teaser of a teaser of a teaser.
I know when I spoke about that, somebody goes, "Well, there's all the movies have a lot of trailers, but that's when I tell my age. Back in the day when TV spots were there,
like, in a world, well, one world.
They gotta bring that guy back,
starring so and so.
If they don't do that mask, they can have this one big throne just sitting.
Like a big.
There you go.
And then he sits on the throne. Oh my lord.
Yeah.
That would be something. That would be actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I was cracking when I was just reading stuff when I was doing my thumbnail and stuff. I was like, okay, what can I talk about? And I was just seeing all these like clips of YouTubers and talking about topics about the 2028 movie that's untitled. What is it gonna be? And everybody was like, "Oh, it's gonna be X-Men." No, it's gonna be Shang-Chi 2. And I'm like, really? Shang-Chi 2? I'm like, come on.
Are you gonna get free bobas in the trailer?
God. Seriously, right? No, you can't have bobas. It's what's it called? What is it called again?
Cultural appropriation.
Thank you. Yeah, that was crazy. Oh my God. Brooklyn says, I only believe that for people who are into comics and such like y'all. For a regular person who isn't, amount of trailers doesn't take away the hype. That is true. I agree with you.
Yeah, because we do have that inside thing to where like we see one little thing, we already know where they're going. Yeah, it's like what they brought up from the 1972 cover, and it's issue number 2, and you see in the back that's talking about this villain.
I love Brooke. I like how she's so politically correct. In my opinion, as a person who isn't like that, like us geeks and nerds,
you losers,
who tones over it,
you losers.
Like I won't watch any more trailers. But I got a friend, he'll watch all the trailers all the time, and then all of a sudden he's like, hey,
that's me. I'll watch them all. It don't make me
Danny even gets like the fake trailers and goes, "Oh my God, this is amazing. Did you see what it did?"
Hey, I know AI. I know AI is killing Danny right now. The AI guy is so good.
AI is terrible, man. It misleads you completely.
You saw the video that video I did about AI?
No, I haven't yet.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh, they
somebody
got
did
some
one,
nice-
Lucy. I had me going for a second. I'm like,
I,
oh,
it's,
you
I,
dirty dog.
and I
But
watched
yeah.
I watched that one day from a tech YouTuber. He did his whole video AI, and to the very end is when he announced that I'm AI, and like
Wow.
he sent it to other YouTubers, and they didn't know until the
Yeah.
very end.
It's
Wow.
crazy because
Yeah.
I'm seeing
And
all these like
when you look
gorilla,
at
the one was with the gorilla, like a bunch
Oh
of
yeah, yeah.
my friends are sending me like, oh yeah, I kicked a
Those-
hornet's
those-
nest,
those
and
are
now I
funny.
got bitten on my ass.
Yeah,
I'm
those
like,
are funny.
what? Like, what are you
At that
saying?
movie went to last night, well, night before last, I saw what's that movie you said gonna do so good, DJ? It's about the
Megan,
robotic girl.
Megan,
Megan?
Megan.
Man, that video it's probably about 5 minutes long, and now they're making her bigger and
Yeah,
yeah, stronger, yeah.
like a Terminator.
That is
Yeah.
like crap. I might be wrong. I might be actually doing that.
That's this weekend, right? That comes out that F1.
Next weekend.
Formula One is Formula One has a lot of backing, man.
Formula One video came out too, and it showed a little bit more.
We
Uh-huh.
said no. We
Yeah.
said that domestically, I think Megan will beat it.
You and
Internationally,
we said,
Rob,
we said
yeah.
domestically.
Yeah.
But
you and
Yeah.
Rob said
internationally,
domestically.
F1 will beat it.
Me
Hands
and
down.
Joshua said
Yeah.
F1.
Yeah.
But I
But
think
I
also
think
like,
I think domestically F1's going to win. I'm sticking to it.
I'm
I just
sticking
think
with Megan.
F1's going to win.
I am too.
but then you also had the information that Homeboy might be in Black Panther, so that
That's right.
could give it extra hype.
Yeah,
Because a lot of people they're like, oh, okay, well, yeah.
yeah.
Let's go
Place
check
your
out the
bets,
movie.
gentlemen. Place your bets.
Yeah.
Do-do,
Oh, well,
do-do.
we already spoke about it. I think we took
Yeah.
Rob took
Yeah.
numbers, right?
You made a gentleman's bet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we did. We did. Took a little gentleman's bet on that.
Bragging rights. So,
Tacos on the line.
Tackles on the line. Yeah, tackles on the line, man.
Put your
Good
salsa
deal.
recipe.
Awesome, man. Went by fine. Look at that. 101.
Yep.
Awesome stuff. What else I was gonna say? No, not much, actually.
You was hanging
Thank
out?
you guys.
it was a grab
you,
bag
guys.
episode. Grab bag, whatever.
This no man, this is
yeah,
great.
yeah.
This was awesome. We did what we do. We just talk about
This is the
Oh.
second week. The ghetto thing did not run out. Wow.
no.
I know,
Hey,
yeah, no problem.
I'm
No-
telling
no-
you. I'm telling you.
I'm
I'm telling you, man. I'm getting there.
It
Getting
was
used to it.
a rough start at the gates. But
Getting
he
used to it.
course
It was
corrected.
it was really
There
rough.
you go.
I had
Team
way too
moves
many
StreamYard
windows.
for the win.
we had a rough hard lunch. It was
Yeah,
bad.
And thank you, Fletch, for putting all everybody's links in here. Make sure you're subscribed to all these fine gentlemen.
A friend of mine was going to cancel StreamYards, and they gave him like 6 months reduce.
Yeah, they did that to
Oh,
me
wow.
too.
Yeah,
It's
gotta
this.
keep-
This was still cheaper by $50.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm like, screw it.
Oh, I
I'm just
thought this
gonna-
was free. This ain't free.
no. This I'm paying. This is the paid version.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like even with the reduction,
Oh yeah,
it's
that did good in the theaters too.
Yeah. yes. My daughter went to see it. She gave it a 10 out of 10. My youngest one when I
And
graduated.
28 years later, it's got like a 98 fresh rating on.
Yes.
video.
I
Yeah,
didn't think it was.
So is that a sequel?
it's the third
Yeah.
one.
It's
Yeah,
the third one.
That's
The
the
third
third
one.
one. What was the first
But-
one?
The
28
third one's
days,
28 days.
28 days, 28
28
months.
weeks,
20
and
weeks.
then 20 years.
Right. So it's okay. So 28 days was the first one.
Right.
Make-
No,
yeah.
28
28 days, then 28
Yeah.
weeks. That got
20
a Jeremy
weeks.
Renner in it, and then 28 years. is the
20
next
years
one.
later.
Yeah.
And this is one out of trilogy. So it's going to be, this is the first chapter in 2 other movies.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So they're
that's-
good. Should I
yeah,
watch them?
oh yeah. That's the first one was one of the better zombie movies.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the zombies was,
Yeah.
yeah. First one
That's
was
what I was gonna
top.
say, DJ.
Yeah.
I watched Warzone.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I watched
okay.
it. I watched
Like-
it.
Garland?
like it?
You know what? I liked it.
Yeah. I like how
and
second by second by second. Yeah.
yeah, I liked it. Like
That's
I've
close.
never been in.
That's about
Yeah,
as
go ahead.
close as combat you want to get without being in combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Like I was watching with my wife, and I said to her, "Wow, to think this is
Yeah.
what happens, right?"
Yeah.
And then when the guys got his legs got blasted, right,
Mhm.
and they were trying to do the tourniquet, and I saw that, and I looked at her, and I said, "How the heck did my dad do it?"
Mhm.
Because my dad got shot hunting. I
Yeah.
don't know if I ever
Right.
told you guys.
And put a tourniquet on and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, he got shot. The bullet came in his wrist and exited through his elbow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
completely
Oh.
shattering
Tourniquets will save your life. We
So
I got
carry them out.
in my bag. I'm not a doomsday prepper. I have a bug out bag. I have a tourniquet.
Yeah.
You're a doomsday prepper. Don't be trying to
yeah,
You
man.
pick up your own peaches.
I will.
He's still-
I will
he's still
not say or
knows
deny
what
that
rations are.
I have a 100-day supply of rations.
MREs. Yeah.
Not no, I bought the 2 containers of
Oh,
All
the
right.
buckets.
yeah.
Man,
So,
them MREs are expensive too, man.
oh
yeah,
yeah, they are now.
man.
Yeah.
They are now. Yeah.
Because everybody's going crazy because of
Yeah.
what's going on in the world, man.
Man,
Yeah.
they're like
I would
30,
say
40
if
bucks
I
a
did
month.
have the money though, I would have a bunker.
What?
If you had the money, you would have a bunker.
If I had the money, I would have a bunker.
That's
Well,
crazy.
if you had a bunker, would you even tell anybody that
No,
you had a bunker?
I would not tell anybody. The first rule of having a bunker is you don't tell anybody you have a
Well,
bunker.
Like your boy in Fallout. Get
That'll be like crazy, like totally. It's insane, but it's scary if ever comes to something like that. People know you have that. They're at your door,
Oh yeah.
man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like
But,
Noah's
yeah.
Ark, man. Can you imagine that?
Was that?
Noah's
I
Ark.
said like Noah's Ark. Can you imagine
Oh
that?
yeah.
Never rained, and then it started raining. And,
Already.
let me on.
That was with the comedy one. That wasn't that with Steve Carell?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That was the
yeah.
most.
Almighty, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Because Bruce Almighty was
With
Jim
Jim
Carrey.
Carrey.
And then
Carrey.
yeah.
I forgot who it was called. Was it Dave Almighty?
No, what was the one with
Steve Carell?
Steve?
Yeah, the one with
Carell?
Steve
He wasn't-
Carell was.
Was
Yeah, it was
Almighty.
Steve. Almighty, wasn't
Steve Almighty, I think.
it? Yeah.
No.
And Nick says, I can't have that in New York.
Evan Almighty. Evan Almighty.
Evan Almighty.
Evan Almighty. Yeah.
And Nick says, I can't have that in New York. You guys have your subways for like shelter.
Everybody should have a bug out bag. That's my.
That's yeah. You have to. Yeah.
I don't have a bug out bag, but I keep cash in the house now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got like one of those tubs.
Shouldn't tell people that.
You know.
The only problem with cash, Danny, is
Good luck with finding it.
well, no.
Good luck finding it.
The only problem with cash, Danny, in the situation if our economy crash, is useless. That money's useless.
Yeah, but
That's why you gotta have some yen. You have to
You need
put,
gold- you need
diversify.
gold.
Put some
But
yen.
they shut down our
gold.
electronics. Have you ever been in there? I think it was one day the
That is
state,
true.
and they
Yeah,
shut down
that's
all the electronics for like one day, the phone and stuff.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh,
people
yeah.
went crazy.
Yeah.
Internet goes down, can't make those
Oh, yeah.
transactions.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy though. You go to certain stores and they don't accept cash. Like I forgot where I was, and the caches that were open were cards only, no
Yeah,
cash.
card only, no
Mhm.
cash. Yeah.
I was like, what
Wow.
the heck?
Like Walmart now, if you go to
I
Walmart,
hate Walmart now. I can't. I miss self checkout.
My cousin works at the Walmart.
Dude,
no, I don't miss self checkout.
No, I do.
I want them suckers to check me out.
Danny, what's the point of not having self checkout? Closing self checkout when you only have 4 registers open now. When I gotta wait
yeah.
in line, where
Yeah,
everybody
I don't
everybody
agree
gotta
with that.
card and stuff. If I have 2 things, I want to go to self checkout, get in, get out. I don't want to spend 20 minutes in line because I have some soap and
I agree
toothpaste.
with that.
Goes the way to go, NH.
You shouldn't have 40 tellers or whatever, or checkouts, and only have 2 open. I agree with that. Now that's stupid as can be. But if you got all 40 open, I'm not going to go to the self checkout. I'm just going to go to the person because I like the interaction. Because I want to
I
make
don't.
sure
I
some
don't.
people.
I put it. I can go to. I call them. Yeah, regular Walmart. You have mini Walmarts. It's always a grocery store.
Neighborhood Walmart.
Neighborhood Walmart. I call them mini Walmarts. Ours here are all self checkout. There's no line registers.
Oh,
I
wow.
can get in and out there, even if the line's long. The line's constantly moving because people are checking out. I can get out here in 10 minutes. When I go to regular Walmart, I might be sitting in line for the line back up to electronics from the
Now, the regular Walmart,
you know.
regular Walmart has it's a curse because you can't go in there without breaking $100.
Oh, that's what I told my wife all the time.
I don't know what it is. It's designed like that. If you
That's
go in
true.
there with your wife or your kids,
Forget it.
you're gonna get so close to $100 or not over it. I don't know
yeah.
what it is.
And now they charge you. You want to use the express lanes. That you know.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
you have to buy the Walmart.
It's like
gotta-
a Nexus card at the freaking border.
You gotta buy the Walmart.
That is crazy.
I'm glad
Capitalism
you said DJ. I want to ask you all this. I have a problem. Well, me and my daughter, we have this debate. She's in the restaurant business, so I used to didn't tip very well. I ain't gonna lie, but I really got a problem if I call somebody, call in my order, I go there, pick it up, and then they're asking me when I swipe my card, do I want to tip? And they don't start off something small. It's like 18, 20, 22%. I'm like,
I
I
don't.
gotta pay you a tip just for you to hand me my food.
Exactly.
If now, if you
Yeah, I
deliver
don't
to
like
me,
that.
I'm
if
gonna
you
say
deliver,
what
if you deliver,
I
I'll
want to.
tip you. If I have to get in my car and drive, pick it up.
If you
You're
are
not. Yeah.
standing up and you have to give your order standing up and nobody is serving you, I don't tip.
Yeah.
Well, how about
I'm
this?
not.
You drive, and then they got those. You drive there, but
Nope.
you get there, you park, and you call them on your phone. They
Nope.
Nope.
bring the food out to you.
No, because
Nope.
I had to drive. It's not. It's no longer a convenience for me.
I'm just
You
Right.
asking.
know,
Yeah.
it's an inconvenience for me. I have to come to. I have to come to you. If you come to me, or like I said, come to my table and serve me,
Yeah.
then
Right.
I will tip you. If
But
I
my
And
have
I
to,
will tip you what I want because if the service is crap, believe
I'm
me,
gonna
you'll
tell you
know.
what my daughter said. She said, "Well, Danny, what you don't see is that a lot of times we get the server has to step away from their
Yeah,
business
serving their
to
business.
fix the food and prepare it, do all this kind of stuff, and
Right.
then bring it out to you, and they're losing money." I said, I could kind of see that. So I might give them $1 or two, but I'm not giving them the full tip if I was in there actually getting served. Like usually, I try to give them 20%, but
Right.
Yeah. I get between 15
sometimes-
to 20.
but
I do.
some of these people, man,
I
they
usually do 20 at a restaurant, but
Yeah.
some of these people they want just cause, when you go to the store and they have a tip jar up there, I'm
Mhm.
coming to
Yeah.
your place to order, and you
Tipping.
taking my
It's
order
not a
and handing
place in
my
China.
food,
Yeah.
and so you want a tip jar?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's yeah, it is.
I
It
just want
is.
to make sure I wasn't the only cheap person.
But then you have the other side of the argument, right? If you're not happy with the
Don't work.
situation, then why are you doing that line of work, right? You know, sometimes that's what a lot of people say. You know, you chose that line of work,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
But
why
but
should we be the ones? You know, I agree. Like when you're at a restaurant and you know you're being served and they're
if
filling up your water cup and they're
I'm at
coming
a
around, is
bar,
everything
I'll
okay?
Right.
yeah,
Right.
bar,
You know?
I'll tip you and stuff like that. But
Exactly, a bar where they're being attentive.
if I
Right.
order Chinese and I gotta go to the store pick it up, I'm not tipping you. I'm sorry. You know,
I'm telling you, like in the Dominican Republic, right? You know, I go with American money and I usually tip because everything's inclusive, right? You don't pay for anything. So I would tip people that, you know, give us good service. I would tip them.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one time we were like served like trash. And my wife just went, don't give him shit.
yeah.
I was like, okay, man. You know?
in some
But
countries, tipping is offensive.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's included in the price.
Yeah,
A lot
'cause
of them and
yeah.
those countries,
Right.
it's
But
already
I hate
included in the
that
price.
too. Now
Yeah.
I get a party of six or more.
The gratuity already automatic.
The
Yeah,
gratuity is already automatic, but the service is crap.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that.
yeah.
I think they got to come up with a different metric than the cost of the ticket
Mm.
to dictate what you tip them. It should be the service because you could be 12 people coming in there. You already added gratuity, but you got poor service.
Yeah,
That's not right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, usually when you have poor service, you usually talk to the manager and stuff like that. You know, to get a discount. Well, I don't know. In Vegas, it's a very service industry a place, so everybody tips for everything, like everything. You just have money on you, you tip everything.
Yeah, I know.
Like you go someplace, you tip. You
concierge.
go the other, you tip. Yeah, it's like a concierge service. It's like
yeah.
everything you tip for. Yes, like the back boy gives you your bag, so you tip the back boy. You know, you always got money around, and you're always tipping people.
Yeah.
But
Um,
like most of the time, like if we have we have a bunch of family, and
Fletch, I used to be petty. I leave piece of paper like for the tips, and I have tip written on it. Then when they open it up, it'd be like, "Don't play with matches." Or
yeah, you know, it's funny because my uncle's just the same way.
I used to be
You
really
know?
petty, boy, really petty.
What happened to our,
We
our,
have
our
names.
names?
We call it Colo, which is like
There.
Oh,
elbow.
look, we bragged on it, and it's starting to break down,
Yeah.
boy.
No, I turned them off. See?
We went past the time limit.
Yeah,
Daddy.
I
It's
did.
ready to break down.
Look, see, I was just testing something.
Yeah.
I was just testing something.
Hold up. That
press
the
Timo
wrong
button.
strikes
I was
again.
testing
Timo
something.
strikes
It was me. It was me.
Oh, hold on. Don't chew gum and walk at the same time.
Oh man, saying that, guys, thank you. I appreciate everybody that was here, especially those fine panelists that take their time to come here. What does he say right now? Nick says those Dominicans are greedy when they see any American money. Hey man, it's the money that talks.
I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's greedy when they see
right,
American
greedy,
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyway.
greedy. I'm greedy when I see American money.
Can I get some more?
Yeah.
Oh
Is there
my
more of
God.
that American money?
Oh my God. Talking about greedy money and stones. I'll tell you already. People find you, man.
Find my channel, Token Black Guy. I haven't been posting. I've been struggling this week. I had kidney stones, so I haven't really been posting. But yeah, I'll be back to posting next week when I'm not dying every night. So
Oh,
And XX, y'all were single. I'll tell you where the good spots are for women and a fun night. Anik, you never
hey,
been up here in Quebec, Montreal, man. There's a lot of Americans that come up over here because of our crazy nights. I'm just telling you, man. Thank you, DJ, man.
yeah,
G Major, brother, tell them where you can find you.
Hey, what up? You can find me on Major What Up Though, talking about entertainment, stuff like that. Still got the music channel going well. I do have a podcast. I got interviewed for a podcast show. I'll see if I get a copy of that and put it on the show called Bet at Bet Nine Bet. I can't remember the damn thing. Yeah, whatever.
Damn.
Can't even say it right. Bet
That's
before
right.
nine, I think
Psychopath.
it's called. I can't. And they just have they want my perspective as a music DJ on Twitch. They've been doing game content. They want ideas, so that might be coming out next week. If I get it, I'll put it up. And anybody who I doubt anybody here, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. Whoever bought this Gray album back here, one of my tracks on it, thank you very much. It's been selling out big time over in the UK, and pretty
nice.
proud to be a part of that. So,
Bro, is your air working?
what's that?
Your skin is really shiny, G. That's why Danny said you're
I
glistening.
Hey,
hey.
hey,
I'm at-
is Diddy behind you? Get that baby on.
no, I am currently having a burn up. You know what I mean?
He hot
still,
now.
still having side effects.
I got
Yeah.
shit, boy. You sweat like a whore in church.
Oh, you don't, Danny. You don't know, dude. You don't know.
I do. I
Oh,
have a wife that's going through that, and when she is freezing, when she's burning up, I'm freezing. So I
Yeah.
know.
Fletcher hermano, man. Cuz tell them where people can find you, man.
Oh, you can check out the channel Indignant Desert Burst. If you go there, you check out our brand new video where we smack down Matt Walsh for
We're gonna say something
saying
else.
that Mexican cuisine is terrible, which is ridiculous. He said Mexican cuisine is not a cuisine, and that video is doing
Cha.
good.
What's wrong with him?
And
Is he crazy?
he's an idiot. It's just like he's saying Mexican cuisine is not like it's all tacos and it's all like two ingredients. And
Yeah,
it's
he's
funny because me and my
What
wife we
you
go
like going
through
to
like
Taco Bell
the
before?
different regions.
he is
Yeah.
silly.
Oh,
I'm,
Oh,
I'm
he's
looking.
crazy.
I'm looking this guy up. Oh yeah,
I will say, 30 years ago, I had this same mindset. I went to California, and that is some of the best Mexican food I've ever had in my entire life.
yeah, it's so varied and it's like a cuisine. You're gonna say, I mean, we bring up like historical,
There's a
like
lot.
certain recipes are like
Mhm.
literally like UNESCO certified Michelin star taco shops, like literally like a taco stand guy's been doing its Michelin star. So it's like you're talking out of your ass. You just don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah,
So
that's
me and
called
my wife talk
ignorance.
about it. Yeah.
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 Best
So
thing I ever
yeah.
had, boy, was a carne asada burrito. Oh my god, that comes
Nice.
straight from heaven.
Yeah.
Do you have
Those
any
are a
frijoles
lot
there?
like fast foods for Mexicans. Like they're
Yeah,
traditional, but
yeah.
the
Traditional
real
food, yeah.
meals, the stews and the
Oh
stuff
yeah.
like that. There's so many,
Oh yeah,
so many.
takes hours and hours to
Hmm. Yeah.
Sometimes you could be like days to do one sauce or something.
Yeah.
And regions vary. Like there's certain.
Remix.
Yep.
Oh, broke out there.
And this restaurant I go to, I get the something called a fajita nacho.
Fajita nacho.
When I go in there, I know I'm hitting the vein, boy, because I know it's about to be on, boy. It's a bed of nachos with bell pepper, onions, and you can either steak, cheese, or shrimp. And they got this white cheese sauce on top.
Mhm.
And I try to get the hottest sauce I can. It is
Yeah.
delicious.
Anik, man. Yes, jerk chicken is amazing.
Never had that. I heard it's
Jerk
good.
chicken is good, man. That's awesome. Danny, tell the people they can find you.
You can find me on my channel on Mondays and Fridays. I'm about to upload one now. I've been working on it half the afternoon. I think it's gonna be pretty interesting. 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, you can find me here Wednesdays or Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Depends on how life guys. My main man, Guy Scar. Also on Sundays, you can find me and him and DJ along with Robert Storm on Storms Live. And occasionally I hop on the OLC on Wednesdays. But Fantastic. Yeah, and Monday we're back. First 3 Mondays of the month. Chaos Central is back. My show is Chaos Conversation.
Yeah.
Anzo is Chaos List, and Chris is a Rule of Three. So check that out for
Speaking
that thing on Mondays.
speaking of which, I sent him the link. He never showed up.
Who's that? Chris?
Chris. Yeah. Yeah, he wanted to be on the show and he showed up.
I ain't
He did that
surprised, bro.
twice.
I ain't
Twice he did
surprised.
it. The
I love
wife?
Chris, but Chris was no, I don't know about the wife, but man, we were not doing Chaos Central content for 2 years because of his computer.
Oh yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
me and Anzo give it to him every time. Okay, it
Oh,
wasn't
my
us. Wasn't us. Wasn't the black man.
man.
It was white man time.
Yeah. So we lost Fletch. I'm sure it's okay. It's probably internet or something. But again, thank you, Fletch. Thank you, guys on the panel. Thank you, Anik, everybody in the chat, Brooke, man, everybody, man. I'm so appreciative. We had like 15 people rocking on the show,
Nice.
watching us. That was awesome just on YouTube. And saying that, man, I don't know, man. If I'm gonna check out these Thursdays, how we were doing, and if anything, maybe we move the show to Thursdays.
I don't mind Thursdays, bro.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so make sure to catch us where Danny said. We're here on Wednesdays, and we're over on Storms Live on Sundays at 8 as well for the summer. And thanks, man. Thanks for everybody that's going to be watching this on the replay. Make sure to hit that like, make your comments, and hasta luego, muchachos. We're going to go and say goodbye. Where's the little thingy? Yeah, it's right here. So adios, hasta la próxima. And yes, we did stick another landing, even though we zoomed through those topics today. All right, thank you guys.